Hey guys, what's up? Austin Smith here with another review of a fountain pen. This time it's the Pilot Plumix, one of the more affordable Pilot pens and one of the more affordable italic nib pens out there. Let's take a look at the packaging real quick. It's just a simple blister with the pen going here, but I've cut it off. It tells you right there it comes with a blue ink cartridge. The cartridge is obviously stored right there. Refillable. Wonderful. Most fountain pens are, but I guess that's in comparison to the Varsity, which is definitely disposable. Got the name there, fine writing, all sorts of standard fountain pen stuff. It's a real fountain pen. It's interesting because it has, is that on the other side too? Yeah, it has tipping, and the actual pen does not have tipping. Advanced ink feed system for smooth writing, visible long-lasting ink supply, I guess. Available in black, light blue, and purple barrel colors, all with blue ink. And you can use Pilot cartridges with it. I don't know why you wouldn't be able to use Pilot cartridges with it. Anyway, it's about $10 currently. Put that off to the side and look at the pen itself. As you can see, there's no clip on the cap, which makes it a bit different. The cap also is just this. There's no... Usually the cap is a bit longer, as in this case the barrel is just much more tapered. And you can technically post the cap, but I mean, you can also just set it on the table. But if you don't want to lose it, you can post it, and it posts very securely. It kind of looks silly though. Anyway, there's two wings that prevents the pen from rolling particularly far on your desk, and also makes it easier to take the cap off. The nib, as you can see here, let's see if it focuses, is a italic nib there. There's no tipping material and it's cut off fairly flat, although it is a very very fine italic. It says medium here, and it probably is about a medium pen width, but for an italic that's about 0.5 millimeter. Or yeah, it's about 0.5 millimeter italic. So it is not a particularly broad italic. I get ink on my fingers. The feed here is a standard feed for this price range of pen for Pilot. I believe it's the same feed that is also on the Metropolitan, which means that the I believe I'll put a note in the video if this is right. You can take the nib and feed out of here and swap it in a Pilot Metropolitan if you want a calligraphy Metropolitan or an italic Metropolitan, really. And yeah. I believe there's another Pilot pen that I'm forgetting right now that does that. That is available in the US. The Kakuno also does that. You can see a clear section here. All of them have a clear section. It's just the barrel and cap color that are different. You can see the cartridge that it comes with. The barrel just says Pilot Plumix. Nice taper. I really like it. I'm not the biggest fan of the purple, or translucent purple, but I wouldn't be the biggest fan of the translucent black or blue either. Really, the colors in this pen don't particularly excite me, but they're not bad. I don't dislike any of the colors that this pen comes in. Unscrew the barrel, and you get a Pilot cartridge here that comes with the pen. Obviously, you can refill it with the Pilot cartridges. I have not tested it with converters. I don't think they would work particularly well, but they could probably work. Again, I'll put hopefully another note at the bottom to see how well converters fit in this type of pen. Obviously I was very prepared for this video. Alright, now let's do a writing sample with the Pilot Plumix. So we've got the Pilot Plumix. I believe it only comes in medium. Italic. That is supposed to go there. And the ink is Pilot Blue. And the paper is Cambridge, I believe. Anyway, the quick brown bad handwriting jumps over the lazy dog, which also has bad handwriting. And I never, ever, ever get that right. I can do it. I just never do. I don't understand. Anyway, it does it right fast. There's a bit of skipping, as you can see here, I'm trying to adjust the angle, see if it's the angle, but no. There's a bit of skipping there, and here you can see, and here as well you can see the skipping. So it doesn't keep up the best, but it's far from the worst I've experienced. This paper just absorbs ink, so I can't tell if it's particularly wet, but it does not appear to be particularly wet. This nib is very fine for an italic, and the way the italics tend to run drier the finer they get, but since it is an italic, you can do some calligraphic type letters. There. Anyway, so you can kind of do the practice calligraphy with, I'm just doing random letters here, with this pen, and it does work fairly well. You just ignore the A and that would be the. Anyway, it's not my favorite calligraphy practicer, but it definitely does work. Anyway, is there any flexibility at all? I wouldn't think so with a nib this hard. As you can see, there's some natural line variation, but if I try and light pressure, more pressure, it seems to just be putting more ink down as opposed to actually making, although the line, I guess, is a bit broader. But I think that's just a side effect of me putting more ink down and not actually having any line variation. The tines, actually, they are spreading apart now that I look at it. So there actually is a slight bit of line variation in the tines, although it's not particularly pronounced, and the natural line variation of the pen generally makes it not as useful, I would say. But still, it's a smooth writer, especially for an italic. It is not the crispest? It is not the most crisp of italics, but it is fairly crisp and very inexpensive. You do need to buy more cartridges or a converter if you want to continue to use it, but so many pens you have to do that, that's not really a flaw. I really like this pen, and the value that it has. It isn't the best, for me, carry pen anywhere, especially since it doesn't have a clip, and I probably wouldn't take it with me in very many places, but it is a very good, inexpensive, around-the-house pen, and I would definitely recommend it. Bye!